Welcome to Toby and Tessa's Christmas special. Two things about Christmas: coloured lights and presents. So this video is itself a present for Club Triumph forum user Red Rooster, who specifically asked for one of the things it deals with.
It also features coloured lights.
Yeah, for the experts among you, yes, those are Mark II indicators, not Mark III. When I first encountered this car, it had the entire rear end of a Mark II on it. So I got this fitting, but it's not as clean as it might be. A little bit of overspray from one of the many previous resprays this car's had. It's not as bad as the other one, which was absolutely covered. But I think I'm going to clean that up, and I might try electroplating it. So there it is in the blast cabinet, where I shall give it a clean. So it's come out of the blast cabinet, and well, the crud's all been cleaned off. The surface is a little bit rough. It can be plated like that, but I think it'd be nice to get this a little bit shinier. So as I would go with steps like this. That's a bit more like it. That's a smooth and almost shiny surface, so we'll see how that does when it's plated. My only slight concern with this is the plastic in there, but I think that should be okay. I don't think any of the plating chemicals are actually going to attack the plastic. So the electroplating is a four-stage process. The first one is alkaline cleaner. It's essentially washing soda, more or less. This one is actually slightly stronger than that, but that takes grease and stuff off. Then there's an acid primer, which just etches the surface of the metal slightly. Then we have the nickel zinc solution, where you electroplate it, you pass a current through. I've got a voltage reducer and a series resistance here. And then the final thing is a dip in the passivator, which prevents any further reactions. So let's get started. Step 1, the alkaline cleaner. Dip it in there, and it stays in there for a few minutes. Okay, that's had long enough in that. Just shake it off. Now, before putting in the acid, we need to remove traces of the alkaline, so I'll just rinse it. A tub of clean water to put it in. Okay, so it's cleaned up, no obvious change there. Next, the acid. Doesn't need very long in the acid at all, it's just a matter of 10-20 seconds or so just to etch the surface slightly. Meanwhile, I'll open the plating tank. Fit the agitator. Right. We need the agitator to make sure that there's circulation. I did try using a screen washer pump at one point to literally circulate the fluid round, but it cavitated way too badly and just got foam. Right, so this has now had long enough in there. Again, rinse it off. Now, before we try to etch it, I'm just going to hang it on the outside for the time being. Before we try to plate it, rather. So before we try to plate it, we need to put the sacrificial materials in. So this is zinc and nickel. They go in over the side and hook onto the anode, positive terminal. And then I have a hanger that goes across there. And I have the cathode terminal, which I will clip onto there. And turn the power on. I'm going to adjust this slightly further up because it's a reasonable bulk of metal. And dip it in. Properly submerged. So there it's sitting underneath. There is some circulation going on, and you can just about see a few bubbles coming off the light fitting, which shows that the plating process is going on. And that's going to take about 45-50 minutes. So, okay, so it's been in there for about 10 minutes or so. I've also put some little bolts in there. That's actually the horn relay fixing. And you can see the colour has already changed. It's obviously plating quite nicely. So I'll put it back in and leave it for a bit longer. Okay, these have been in there for a decent length of time now, and as we noted earlier, they're quite shiny, so obviously they're plated. We'll call that enough. I'll just turn the pump off. So now disconnect them from the electricity, and we'll give them a rinse. The next step is the passivate. Now, depending what finish you're looking for, there are two different passivates. This one is the clear, which gives us a nice silver finish, which is what we're actually after for this. So we dip it in there, and it needs about 15-20 seconds or so. If we were doing it with the yellow chromate style finish, then we'd give it about 5 seconds in here and then transfer it over to this yellow passivate. Okay. Drain as much as we can. Rinse it again. Give it a good shake. Now, it's supposed to be left to dry for 24 hours. I'm just going to take off excess water. can go and hang it. So now that we've turned something like that into that, it's ready to fit to here. Two connections. Yeah, not the easiest of connections to fit, these ones. The original spec is just a bit of wire kind of sticking through this bit of copper, and it's pretty nasty, very flimsy. There you go. Right. I'm going to have to drill holes for those. And some number 4 self-tapping screws. There we go. What I need now is a hole. Doesn't feel terribly tight. Let's see how it works. Seems to be okay. These lenses are just held in by the rubber, so you have to gently ease the rubber around them as you fit them. Haven't quite got that one in. There we go. And then the chrome ring is even more difficult. With the lens properly seated. There we go. Just nice.